What up?
What up with it? Are you
I
shy?
did not understand that.
Whoa,
Could
whoa,
you
whoa.
rephrase?
That was a crazy delay. I thought you were being shy. I said, what up with it?
Sorry about the delay. I was waiting for you to rephrase. What specifically are you asking about when you say what up with it?
What up, y'all? My name is Maestro Stevens with Iconic Templates, and I wanted to share with you all something that has been kind of on my mind for a little while, but I wanted to make sure that I was putting some real use case to it before I showed you all what I was doing or it even exists. So let's just get right in it. I don't want to give no long intro, okay? All right, let me switch gears. Right now, what I'm talking about is a suite of tools, AI tools more specifically, within a platform called Elevenlabs. Now, I'm not going to talk about all of the features and the different tools because that'll be a hour long, 2 hour long video. We will get to that at some point in time, but right now, I just wanted to give you all something that you can digest, right? You can take it and you can run with it, possibly use it, and not just say, oh, that's a cool thing. No, there are practical use cases to it. And the tools that I want to show you are the features. You call them features, tools, products. I know it's interchangeable wordplay, right? But the things that I want to show you, the main things is the ability to be able to clone your voice. I used to use a tool called Descript. I'm sure some of you all listening to this have heard of the tool called Descript. And this tool was a podcast editing, video editing tool that lets you edit video or audio like a Google Doc, right? And within Descript, they had one of the best voice clone features that nobody else had at that time. And it's still really great. However, I believe Elevenlabs has caught up, or if not, that's a better way to say it. If not, maybe kind of passed them up a little bit, but that's debatable. I want to show you the fact that you can do it. So I'm in the home tab of Elevenlabs underneath the creative platform. Now they just separated it. So when you're looking at this, you may see something different than what I see right now. But right now, currently, they have the creative platform side, then they have the agents platform side, which I'll show you here in a second. So I'm on the creative platform side and I'm on home. And on home, if you see this, create or clone a voice, you should see clone your voice. We're not looking at voice design. It's not the same thing. We're looking at cloning our voice. So if you click this button here, then you'll see where it says voice design, instant voice clone, and then you have professional voice clone. Now, with professional voice clone, this is the one that is going to take some more time to be able to get it, how do I say, all the way tuned in. And they suggest at least do 30 minutes. Let me make this a little bigger. They suggest at least do 30 minutes of clean audio. Now, let me tell you a quick story. It's a quick story, not a long story. It's a quick story. When I was doing this myself, because it took me a while to even do this, I had Elevenlabs. I've been using Elevenlabs for a long time, and I finally said, let me just try this out. Let me see this professional voice clone feature, and let me try it myself. When I tried it at first, I uploaded one of my past videos, right? You may do the same thing. You may upload a past audio clip or a video, and that's a good thing to do. However, from my experience, yours may be different. When I uploaded it and then it processed, and then it wanted me to do a sync, a voice sync, so it could verify the voice to make sure that I was uploading audio that was actually my voice. So maybe you call it a voice ID. It would not do it. And I wasted hours on hours to try to get it to work, and it would not work. So I finally gave up and said, let me just do the reading of a transcript. And I'm just gonna do it right now, record it. Like, they give you the ability to be able to read a transcript and then record it, and they take that audio and they use that as the audio you would use for your voice processing. That right there, when I did it the first time, it worked immediately. So like I said, before it did not work when I tried to use the uploaded version, but whatever you do may be different. With that being said, notice that there is a limit of one reach. So another thing I noticed too is the professional voice clones, the PVC is what they call them underneath the features. You only can get this on a certain plan or higher. So you don't get this on the free plan, and I don't believe you get this on the first plan, the first pay plan. You may not, but you might want to check with that. All I know is when it comes to the plan I'm on, I only get one voice, a professional voice clone. So you have to choose what kind of voice you want this to be. Now, I can't click it now because it's already there, so I can't show you what it looks like, the process, but I can tell you right now that they typically will direct you to do 3 different type of voices or one of 3 voices, depending on your plan. You can choose a podcast style type transcript to read from that they set up for you. You can choose a narration style type of script they set up for you, or you can choose a commercial advertising type script that they'll set up for you. And I like that they did that because it helps us newbies or people who aren't familiar with the way that the process works. It helps us understand that you want to use a voice, a consistent voice based on the outcome or the goal you're looking to achieve. And for me, I had to think at this moment in time, did I want to do more podcast based type of voice, cloning, a narration, or a commercial? I chose the narration. So you can choose whatever you want to choose. I'm just letting you know what works for me. So that's that right there. And after I did that, I named it. So as you can see here, it says Maestro Narrative Voice. So you can, let's see if I can play. I wonder if it'll play right now. Usually it will let you, let's see if I press it. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade and enjoy the sunrise. So that's a sample of my voice. When you press it, it will let you hear a audio sample of the voice clone, which is pretty cool. All right. So that's key right there. What I'm telling you right now is a golden creme de la creme. As a matter of fact, let's give an air horn for it. Yeah. All right. So based on that notion, now we can move on to the next steps that I want to show you, because I'm telling you, I'm using this in real life. I'm using this with my operations. I'm using this within my business. I'm using this within my personal life. I'm not just showing you something that seems cool, is a hot new feature. Nope. This is some real life stuff. All right. So let me go over here. Well, before I go over here, I'm going to show you how you can take a transcript or a audio summary. Maybe it's a summary. Maybe it's a book, a chapter of a book. Maybe it's just something that's a brief that you want to turn to audio. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. This is the cool way to kind of do that Notebook LM podcast style thing that I'm sure you probably heard of, but you can do it with your own voice, right? So studio and text to speech. These are the 2 tools that you want to think of when you take text. You take some text and then you turn it into audio using your voice. What I've learned is when I was doing it with the text to speech, it capped out, meaning that I believe it was 5,000 characters. I was trying to paste in more than 5,000 characters, and it let me know it can't do more than that. And so it advised me to go to the studio. And that's why I believe that Elevenlabs created the studio, so that way we have a longer context window. I guess that's a way to say it. I'm not gonna say that's the best way to say it, but that's how I'm gonna say it. Now, let me go over here and just show you. So this is me being inside the studio. Now, before I pasted this in here, it looked just like this. It was blank. So I want you to see what it looks like when it's blank. And then they give you some directions: document, video, URL, narrate a story, direct a dramatic voice movie scene, blah, 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 blah. But what I did was I just wanted to give you all a sample, because I'm already doing this with a documentary that I'm creating, but I want to give you all a sample that you can go to ChatGPT. And basically, I had ChatGPT write me a 2 to 3 minute story on how agents are supposed to work in today's modern society and make it a little playful and fun. And it wrote me a short story, right? So I copied this right here, and then I plopped it right here. And then once I added it in here, now notice that there's a highlighted section. Whatever you have highlighted is what it's going to generate. So if you want to generate everything, I would highlight everything, right? Or you could just generate a sample, because it does use your credits. So that's why I wanted to let you know that there are plans. With the free plan, you get X amount of credits, so forth and so on. You know, based on your plan is how many credits you get, and this does use credits, okay? So with that being said, I've already added this in here. I've already generated, so I'm not going to use no more credits is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? But let me play it so that way you can hear what this sounds like with my voice right here, my narrative voice, so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, so let's go to the beginning. Hit play. In the bustling circus of modern life, agents are the tightrope walkers balancing between chaos and order. No,
not secret agents in tuxedos with gadgets exploding out of cufflinks. Today's agents are the digital and human hybrids who grease the gears of everything from your bank app to your streaming service. Picture it. You wake up groggy and ask your smart speaker for the weather. That tiny voice is actually an agent pulling data from satellites, weather models, and traffic updates to save you from leaving the house in flip flops during a thunderstorm.
So if you heard what I just heard and you're listening to my voice now, you'll notice that my voice now is not the same voice being used in this clone. And that's because it's my narration voice or my narrative voice. Right now, you're listening to just more of my upbeat voice, right? I'm making a video. This is a tutorial or a walkthrough or a short showcase, whatever that may be. But you're making a YouTube video. You got to have a little bit of a different, let's say, approach when it comes to this. You can't use the same monotone narrative voice like this, and that ain't gonna work. At least in my opinion. But for some content creators, it does work, right? It don't work around here. But I wanted you to listen to how it was using tonality. It was the how do I say, how it influctuated. Is that the way to say it? I don't know. But you know what I'm trying to say. The way that it would say certain words and fluctuate its voice, the way that it would say words by whether it was a period at the end and how it said the word. Those are things that when you're reading the transcript that you're reading, you got to add that into it. It can only use what you give it. So that's why you want to use a good mic. You want to have it quiet around you, and you want to be as consistent as possible. When you're reading the transcript or you're doing whatever you're doing, do not start one way and then you end in another way. That is not going to be helpful for the AI voice. It's going to be going all over the place, and you don't want an AI voice being split personality. You don't want that. But that's something that I want you to see, or I want you to hear. Let me be specific. However, the other part too is when you compare this to what I'm going to show you next, which is using the same voice that we've cloned, we're going to use it in an agent, some type of, we'll say, AI chatbot on steroids, okay? It's going to sound similar, but it's going to sound a little different. I believe that this sounds better to my ears. It may sound different to your ears. It may sound the same to your ears, but when you use it in a text-to-speech, it sounds better than when you use it in a conversation, right? That's what the whole purpose of the AI agent is supposed to be, a conversation. Now, it's not a bad thing at all because the conversation does not need to sound pound for pound how it sounds here. That's a different use case. So I hope that makes sense to you. So let's go over to this side of the tracks over here. And I've already pre-made an agent here in Elevenlabs in the agents platform side. Remember how I said there's the creative platform side, there's the agents platform side. I've already made an agent here. And we're not going to go through all the features. That's not what this video is for. I just want to show you all a real practical use case and something that blew my mind because I've never had a conversation with myself before. So I was like, have you done it? If not, you got to try it because this was something that was just crazy. Now, when it comes to this agent, we're on here on the first tab. You can choose your language. I've already given it a first message to say. You can say any kind of message you want to say, but the first message here is what up. Then we have a system prompt right here. So it's the persona or the personality of the agent or its focus, what it's supposed to do. And then I've chosen an LLM, right? So we have to choose the brain of this agent. What kind of AI model do you want to use behind the agent? Do you want to use a Google model, open AI model, Anthropic model with Claude? It's up to you. Right now, I'm just playing around with the GPT-5 mini, okay? I'm not touching the temperature, nothing like that. And just the tools part, that's the other part I wanted to let you know. When it comes to agents, the big difference between a chatbot and an agent is an agent has access to tools. That is one of the biggest things. Hugest, that's a word, right? I don't know. That should be one of the biggest things when it comes to an agent is that the tutelage, right? The tools. If it don't have tools, it ain't ready for school. You know what I mean? So you got to have them tools to be ready for school. And that's important because in this situation, we have end call, we have skip turn. Now, here's the thing. What you call tools in this platform, it may be something different that you call another platform. So just keep in mind that there's going to be things that are used in different ways, but it means the same thing. You just got to get used to that. It has nothing to do with AI. That's just the tech world in general. It's crazy out here, but the tools are on. Then we have the voice part. Again, I'm skipping this other sections because I want to do a full tutorial on a different video, a full walkthrough of a different video. This is not for that. But the voice, notice on the voice, we see Maestro narrative voice. So this is where you can choose any voice that you want, that you have access to. You can choose the voice to power the agent. So the same way how I chose the brain to be the operations, how the agent thinks, the voice is going to be how the agent sounds. And I'm going to use my narrative voice here. All right. And that's it. That's the only thing I'm going to do for right now because we don't have to do nothing else to be able to test this out. So up here in the right-hand corner, we have this test button right here, or right here, depending on where you're from. And then I can press this button, say call AI agent.
What up?
What up with it?
I did not understand that.
Whoa,
Could you rephrase?
That was a crazy delay. I thought you were being shy. I said, what up with it?
Sorry about the delay. I was waiting for you to rephrase. What specifically are you asking about when you say, what up with it? Do you mean what's up with my earlier short reply, a feature or behavior of the assistant, or something else? Can you clarify so I can help?
Yeah, sure,
Also,
sure. I can clarify. I'm basically doing a video and I'm showing the good people here how this works, how you work, and the fact that we can now hear our own voice using AI agents. So it's like you're talking to a custom GPT or a custom AI bot, except it's you. I mean, that's just crazy.
Got it. That sounds like a fun demo. I can help explain how I work on camera, give a short script you can read, or run a quick live demo interaction you can show to your viewers. Which would you prefer? A concise on-camera explanation of what I am and how I work.
I don't need anything from you. But what you can do is just tell me why the sky is blue.
The sky appears blue because sunlight scatters off molecules in Earth's atmosphere, and shorter wavelengths of light scatter more than longer ones. Sunlight contains all colors.
Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. I appreciate that, Mini Maestro. That's cool. You're Mini Maestro. I'm Big Maestro, aka Big Papa.
Nice nicknames, Mini Maestro and Big Maestro. I like it. Anything else you want to show the audience?
We're done. All right, you can hang up now. You can hang up now. Can you do that? Look, Ma, no hands.
Sure. Would you like me to end the call now?
Yes.
Can I help with? Okay. Big Maestro, ending the call now. If you need anything later, just call on me. Goodbye for.
All right, and there you go. So that is Elevenlabs agents platform, and that is a showcase, y'all. That's a wrap. I just want to show you that you can clone your voice, right? And then you can use ChatGPT or any other AI tool to create whatever content you need to create, copy that content, paste it inside the studio in Elevenlabs, right? Then generate the audio. You just saw me generate in real time. I thought it was going to play back what I already had, but I technically deleted the audio. So I'm guessing that's why it did generate. I mean, I deleted the content, and that's why I deleted the audio. That does make sense. However, I didn't show you all. You can download. So for those of y'all who are wondering, yes, you are able to download this. Where is the down? Oh, right here. Export. Let me, because I know you guys can't see this. Let me download it. Let's see. Hold on. Let's move this over a little bit. All right, there you go. So now you should be able to see the export. So the export button is right here. And you can export this, and then you can export your audio. So you're not out the woods. I mean, you have some options there. I'll make another video for another day. If you appreciated this video, I mean, I'm gonna need you to give me a like or something. You know what I'm saying? Show some love, subscribe to the channel. But I really want to know what you all think about that. These are things that I actually use in a practical way. I'm working on a documentary, as I mentioned, and I'm able to tell people stories using my voice. So I can take their story and then I can use my voice to tell their story without me having to read every single story that I'm given. I mean, that's a time saver right there. And it's not like it's inauthentic because, yes, it is my voice. You can use another AI voice. People are going to be doing that. However, when it's your voice reading somebody else's story and you made your voice sound as best as you can, and the tools, the AI is only going to get better, I think that that's a great use case right there. That's just one way I'm doing it. There are so many other ways that you can use this workflow. I guess I would call it a workflow per se. But let me know what you all think in the comments. And if you do want to see a full tutorial on how I use Elevenlabs, because I haven't shown y'all like the nitty gritty. I want to share with y'all the nitty gritty. But if you want me to show you how you can use Elevenlabs, ChatGPT together, or any of these other tools, then just let me know in the comments what you're looking for. We go mix it in. I just wanted to hit this because this was important, because we're going to add this, combine this with website development, app development, digital marketing, and we're going to connect these dots. But right now, I will have to say, whether you like it or not, AI is the bridge between all these things. And I'm seeing a change in the market for those who were talking about one subject for years. And now they've had to switch up they game. They got to switch up. They got to pivot. If you don't, you might not be up in it. But other than that, let me know what you think. My name is Maestro Stevens with Iconic Templates, and I'm out. Peace.